Hi, I'm Granny, and we're going down the rabbit hole of Nikola Tesla later years, episode 1. For Nikola's entire life, he felt his inventions were to be a blessing to the people of the world. There was the War of the Currents, there was the radio wars, and for as long as he lived, he fought the war of free energy suppression. And I think we, today, are in that same war. While in Vienna in 1900, Mark Twain had been hearing of the many weapons of Nikola's, though all of them were created to end war, not contribute to it. Mark Twain wrote to Nikola, quote, "Mr. Tesla, have you any Austrian or English patents on that destructive terror you have been inventing, and thus make war henceforth the impossible? If so, won't you set a price on them and commission me to sell them? Sincerely yours, Mark Twain," end quote. Nikola's response was, quote, "I have no desire to be remembered as the inventor of a purely destructive device. I prefer to be remembered as the inventor who abolished war. That will be my highest prize," end quote. It is estimated that Nikola had hundreds of patents worldwide that were energy related. In 1901, he submitted a patent for etheric energy, an apparatus he described for the utilization of radiant energy, which didn't require an external power source. It was powered by nature's invisible elements from the universe. He said radiant energy comes from the sun and cosmic rays from the universe, stating nighttime would not interrupt the power source. He used inexpensive solar panels made of simple metal plates. How expensive are solar panels now? In response to Nikola's essentially free energy patent, a newspaper quoted, "All monopolies that depend on power of any kind will come to a sudden stop. The Earth's currents of electricity are to be harnessed. Nature supplies them free of charge. The cost of power, of light, of heat will be practically nothing," end quote. Then the article continues describing Nikola as a wizard who is going to emancipate modern industries from the, quote, "shackles of corrupting, dividend-grabbing, monopolistic corporations," end quote. When in 1904 the U.S. Patent Office reversed its decision and awarded Marconi radio patents, much of which has been proven he stole from Nikola's, was just another heartbreak for Nikola. In 1905, Nikola filed his patent 78741 titled "The Art of Transmitting Electrical Energy Through the Natural Medium." It included designs for a series of worldwide generators. He believed the Earth's ionosphere, including lightning, was sparkling with electric energy which could easily be tapped into to provide free energy to the world. He believed that planet Earth was a gigantic electric generator, spinning around two magnetic poles from which unlimited energy can be harnessed using the right device. Think of lightning. I've done 2 episodes on lightning. Lightning is electricity, which is being transmitted from one place to another. The way this happens is that the air itself breaks down ions as it becomes what we call plasma, and for a moment is a conductor, conducting electricity just as electricity travels through wires. Nikola's device was called the electric magnetic pyramid, shaped in a triangle he called fractal energy. Fractals are very interesting. Saying it was more efficient than other designs, and his designs were never found in his 80 trunks after his death. Free energy suppression continues. The U.S. Patent Office decision to give Marconi Nikola's patents weighed heavily on him, and many suspect this ruling led to another breakdown for Nikola in 1906. In 1910, Nikola began working on a flying machine, not for the first time. As a child, he would create drawings of flying machines with his mother. This current machine, he used the term field propulsion, or, I love this, anti-gravity. He believed high amounts of electricity could create life in an object, believing they could receive power from towers similar to his Wardenclyffe Tower. He continued talking about it and working on his designs of this anti-gravity flying machine through the rest of his life. Here's a curiosity. On the front page of the New York Times, November 1915, an article stated the Nobel Prize Committee will be giving Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla a prize in physics. Without any explanation, a week later, the prize was given to Sir William Henry Bragg and his son, William Lawrence Bragg, for their analysis of crystal structure in X-rays. And I mentioned before how Nikola created X-rays in one of his labs in an experiment in the late 1890s. It's just mind-boggling. The American Institute of Electrical Engineers, AIEE, awarded Nikola the Edison Medal in 1917. The Edison Medal is the highest honor that the AIEE could bestow. Nikola received it for his work on polyphase and high-frequency electric currents. Remember when we went down the rabbit hole of the light spectrum and how a scientist described that if the light spectrum was from San Diego to New York City, we would only, our eyes would only be able to see about a yard? Think of that. Some believe this award was the result of Nikola being constantly overlooked by the Nobel Prize Committee and others. In 1919, Nikola said, quote, "The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. Its ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of forces of nature to human needs," end quote. He wasn't a selfish person. His goal was to help the world. In 1927, he filed and received a patent for a helicopter. This craft, many believe, looks very similar to the modern-day Osprey helicopter. That's interesting. In 1939, Nikola converted a Pierce Arrow car into a completely electric car, demonstrating speeds up to 90 miles an hour. Nikola's drawing board included humanoid robotics, solar and wind, weather manipulation, that's an interesting one, drones, planetary vehicles, anticipating going to other planets someday, drawings of different kinds of flying machines, including different types of helicopters. In an article in the New York American newspaper dated November 1st, 1933, it refers to Tesla, quote, "Nikola Tesla, the celebrated physicist, recognized in the scientific world as the foremost living inventor, announces that at a date not distant, a new source of power will be available everywhere, replacing coal, oil, gas, and other established fuels of industry. the result of 30 years of research and experimentation into the mysterious forces which, for want of a more precise terminology, is called cosmic energy, end quote. Nikola stated, quote, "This new power for the driving of the world's machinery will be derived from the energy which operates the universe, the cosmic energy, which is everywhere present in unlimited quantities." A few years later, he wrote in his journal, quote, "No free energy device will ever be allowed to reach the market," end quote. Free energy suppression continues. Please join me again when we go down Nikola rabbit's hole of his later years, part 2. Thanks for spending this time with me. Please join me next time when we continue down the rabbit hole. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.